Hi, my name is Sean Fruitist Walsh, and I'm a scientist working at New York University here in New York City. And as a scientist, my job is to do research to find out how the chemicals in the brain affect how we think and how we feel. And during the pandemic, Jeff Finan, who's the assistant principal at St. Audian's School there in Dublin, called me and asked me a few questions about how stress can affect how we learn and how we remember things. And it turns out that there are actually many different ways in which stressful situations affect our brain, and this changes how we think. And I believe that if we understand how stressful situations affect us, we can begin to deal with them better. And based on this idea, we decided to get together a group of neuroscientists and psychologists from around the world to create a short course to share the most important things that we know about how stress affects the brain and how we can use this knowledge to our advantage. So we've put together a short course with 8 interactive classes, one per week, which will be stretched out over 2 months. And together we're going to learn about what kinds of situations cause us stress, how the brain and the body react to stress, and what the many different consequences of this are. So we'll learn about how many different aspects of our life, from who we spend our time with to how we breathe and what type of food we eat, can affect our stress levels. And each of the techniques that we're going to learn are effective at helping to manage stress in some people. But what works wonderfully well for one person may not work at all for another. So we're going to encourage you to try everything out and decide what changes are right for you and your family. And once you've made that decision, we're going to help you put together a plan to make some of these changes more permanent. So the objectives for the course are that by the end of the course, you'll understand how different aspects of our lives affect our stress levels, how our bodies and our brains respond to stressful situations, how stress affects how we feel and think and how we learn. You learn a lot about how changes we can make in our life can make us and our children more capable of dealing with stressful situations. And lastly, we'll learn about how to build these changes into our lives and our family lives. So I know that already this journey of learning about stress in the brain has helped me deal with stress in my life, and I hope it can help you and your family too. Thanks a lot.